Alright, so I don't think we've really talked about the over-under pass yet. Sorry, I just did who was that? Tom Cotton or whatever, where they like, or it was Marco Rubio. Taking a sip of water from off the side of the camera there. But anyways, let's say like I broke the guard open and I'm standing here, right? And I don't think we've really covered this particular pass yet. But if I'm standing here, maybe he has his hooks in. So let's say he's got double hooks in. I want to get into that hub. So I'm going to push my knee down, controlling that knee, do that little butt kick, and I'm going to pressure in here, right? This other leg, I could temporarily, so I've got that pressure here, I'm going to push down on the near the knee and the ankle here, right? I'm going to step back and sit down, right? So now I've created a knee shield for him to get here. Now, a lot of times, I'm going to end up in this position because I had side control and they built that knee shield for me to pull me back into the guard, but they haven't got that leg out yet. So I'm going to get really low here, okay? So I've got one knee across and one leg over. Now, for this hand, I'm going to reach under and I'm going to grab hold of the ankle as close as I possibly can. This hand, I'm going to underhook here, right? And so right now, this is my under grip, this is my over grip. I'm going over the top and then grabbing the ankle on here. And what's fun about this pass is it's basically two separate passes that you can be working. Now, there is a variation of this, right, where maybe I can't get that underhook. So I go over the top here and I got 2-on-1 onto the ankle that's on that knee shield here. Now from here, I can sprawl up my weights on him and just start to walk around, push that knee out and come into side control, right? But if he starts to block me on that side, I can't switch directions. So if I have that over-under grip here, right? So I'm underhooking the thigh here, I'm overhooking the thigh here and grabbing onto the ankle. And if I can't get around this side, right, I can start to stack him. So I get up here and I start to fold him so that his shoulders pin to the ground and then look the leg off and just come into this reverse switch phase, tap, come into the mount, right? So, you have those options there, but here's the deal, right? And I just kind of mentioned it here, is that I get this over-under grip. We'll see how well this works. But I get this over-under grip here. Now, in order to prevent me from coming around this way, right, he might push my head here, right? So he has absolutely pushed my head to this side. Great. I do that little flip. And I've used that to get over to this side. So that's an instance where that flip comes into handy. He could be blocking my hip from that side. I'm trying to think of what I ended up doing for that, because really, if I'm coming around here and he's blocking that hip here, right? I could take this underhook and just go over his toes here, which you might already be doing when you're doing that over under here. And a lot of times that's a good grip to get, is to make sure that the bend of their ankle is under your bicep when you're underhooking that other side leg here, right? So if that's already the case, I could just push his knee out of the way, drop and go into that reverse switch phase, right? He's not going to be able to necessarily prevent me from doing that, but I can't go into a regular side control because he's framing against me, which is going to bring me to the next thing here in a moment. But so those are just kind of a little bit of the answers for this over/under pass that you might be like, okay, I really like that. I want to play around with it. But again, with the over/under pass, if you can get the ankle, this grip is not nearly as important. So you might still be able to, fish under. If they're framing against and pushing my hips, I might be able to, if I've got a good grip on this side, go through the arm. The head's not going to be that far away. Underhook the head, right? And just kind of starts to sit through here. Might be an option for you. But this bicep grip is not necessarily strong. You just point your toes and start to pull your leg out. But it's going to be difficult, right? So just kind of some thoughts there. When it comes to the oversized side pass, and this is something I haven't shown you yet, But if I'm starting to bring this leg over my shoulder here, and I'm basically doing a single leg here, and they are pushing on my hips here, right? I can keep my weight on this far side arm, and then keep going, and their arm's gonna lift with me, right? And I just keep walking around, and I can fly around, basically what's called a flagpole pass, and come around to the other side, and just land in this by just making them basically support me up, right? So, couple things for you guys to work with off that over underpass. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into another knee cut because there's other things that are going to be happening there. So let's go ahead and address that.